Veterans and their families have gathered to honour our servicemen and women during Anzac Day marches across the country. Numbers were down for the COVID-safe events, but many diggers were happy to be reunited with old mates.
From Elizabeth Street in Sydney to North Terrace in Adelaide to the War Memorial in Canberra, it was a different style of Anzac Day march, more subdued, but after events were cancelled last year, you couldn't keep crowds away if you tried. In Melbourne, though, it was another story. After initially being cancelled, the event was given the green light with heavily restricted attendance numbers, which gradually increased. In the end, only 1,736 people registered to march, but 4,000 showed up today. That's out of a possible 8,000, an impressive number.
It's very exceptionally good to be allowed to be here. It was quite a shambles having the organisational skills that the RSL have, that they could have put on a better section for us to be here, but we're here. And that's the most important thing.
The lower than usual crowd numbers did little to dampen the mood.
I think the nervousness was that how many of us were going to march. I mean, we were shocked to hear about it in the first place, that only certain numbers could, were being allocated as far as tickets go. But anyway, we're here, we've made it, and that's all there is to it.
Those marching, happy they were seeing their mates again after more than a year between yarns, especially as many battle the formidable enemy of time.
I'm afraid we're down to two, that were serving during World War II, and so we can say there's a lot of friends here today that served, for our squadron here, and we're very proud to be here.
Many acknowledged it could have been worse. In Perth, the march had been cancelled altogether. Roger, a Vietnam veteran, narrowly avoided being locked down there, having chosen to spend this Anzac Day with his old comrades in Melbourne.
It's extremely sad, and I would have been with them today if I hadn't already made up the decision to come here.
There's really no words to describe just what a relief it is for these veterans to march here today after the uncertainty of the last year. And even though today's parade route may be a bit shorter, that doesn't make it any less important.
Both to the veterans and those wanting to honour them, including Shannon, who was here to see his dad.
It's always great to see him out and about and with his friends, but for my kids to see him is more important for me.
After briefly being paused by pandemic, the Anzac tradition continues to march on from generation to generation. Patrick Murrell, Sky News.